This is a summary and recap of Big Brother International Season 3. Episode 1. The season begins with all 22 All-Star players exiting the main entrance elevator. They then listen to the rules of how to play. Each round, a nominator challenge will take place. The winner will nominate 3 houseguests for eviction. Later in the day, an eviction ceremony will take place where everyone except for the nominator will vote one of the nominees out of the game. Every third round, the 3 nominees will compete in a safety challenge to come off of the chopping block. This will leave 2 nominees to face the eviction vote, and neither will need to cast a vote in this case. Now, this season has a twist in the mix. Every so often during a random round, one houseguest will be granted the power to be a secret assassin. Their role will be to nominate one houseguest of their choice, and the nominator winner of that round will only nominate 2 houseguests instead of 3. The secret assassin is determined by the most recent evictee, as they will make their decision before they leave the house for good. Day 1. Everyone begins their day talking about the twist and getting to know each other. Of course, almost everyone recognizes one another from either their seasons or seasons they've watched. Alliances start to form. Drake and Mario hit it off with a final 2 deal as they are both Latino and enjoyed each other's seasons. On another note, Charlie, Carmen, and Melody reunite from their season of Big Brother USA Season 2. They also discuss bringing in Ray and Nita as they are also from their season. Pascal and Florence also form a close bond since they played together on Big Brother International Season 2, where the both of them faced eviction against each other and Florence went home as a result. Of course, there are also some weary houseguests like Cassandra. She told Crystal, Hannah, Eliza, and Emily that she keeps getting goosebumps knowing she has to play with Pascal after he betrayed her in their previous season. Later in the pool, Florence and Pascal get Roddy and Nita to join them in an alliance of 4 as they are all strong players who must protect one another. Meanwhile, Carmen and Melody discuss their fights during their season as they never agreed on anything. As soon as Carmen says that she feels like she wasn't doing anything wrong during their conversations, Melody immediately defends herself and says that Carmen was the rude and confrontational one and not her. A very interesting duo forms between Cassandra and Hannah as they both love each other's vibe. Hannah tells her that she also feels good about Mario because the 2 of them were in contact after their season of Survivor as they were both ride or dies until Mario got voted out right before merge. Night 1. So this is where things get a bit interesting, because in the bathroom, Emily admitted to Cassandra that she had butterflies in her stomach in reaction to seeing Mario in the house with her. Cassandra ships the 2 of them as a cute couple until Emily reveals she has a boyfriend at home, in which Cassandra is stunned. Meanwhile, Sammy tried to get Nita and Eliza to work with him again similarly to their season of Big Brother International Season 1. Of course, they agreed to be a tight trio. Here's some more tea regarding the Emily and Mario situation. Emily talked with Mario to find out more about his personal life. Mario revealed that his ex cheated on him with his own cousin, but of course this is not a warning sign for Emily as she continues to have feelings for him deep down. Day 2. Nita reveals to Florence that she likes their alliance with Pascal and Roddy. This is especially because she's more fearful of the people under the radar, such as Emily, Mario, Ian, and Simone as people who are from the earlier Sims seasons. So now this is where things get crazy, because Eliza tells Carmen that she heard a rumor floating around that the Big Brother USA Season 2 returnees are all working together as a 5. Of course, Carmen tries her best to shut down that idea and claims that her and Melody hate each other and that her and Nita barely talked yet. She does reveal that she only has a tight friendship with Charlie ever since their season ended. Night 2. Carmen warned Charlie about the rumors going around that they are working with Ray, Nita, and Melody. This obviously makes Charlie really nervous because they don't want to hit the block round 1. Emily and Mario finally get a bit touchy as they spend more time alone and constantly hug each other for comfort. Fast forward to night 3, and Cassandra is already telling some people about Emily and Mario. She tells Telly she feels uncomfortable about the fact that Emily is falling in love with Mario while also having a boyfriend outside of the house. The 2 of them agree to target Emily if they win the nominator challenge since it would be the easiest thing to do right now. Telly eventually spreads the Emily information to Crystal and Ray, in which they are also very shocked. Crystal mentions how there's so much drama going around and it's only round 1, which is honestly very true. Finally, we reach the Nominator challenge on day 4, and everyone is split into 2 heats of 11 players. They must carve wood the fastest to eventually enter a duel with the opposing heat's winner, and the duel winner will win the Nominator challenge. The heat winners ended up being Melody and Telly, and then Melody won the duel between the 2 of them, crowning her as the first Nominator. Melody then sends a massive shockwave in the house as she nominates 3 of the 4 players who were in her season of Big Brother USA Season 2 to squash any rumors of them working together. She picked Carmen, Ray, and Nita, though she's not targeting any of them specifically but rather as a group. Back in the house, everyone is extremely surprised by Melody's nominations because they all knew about the alliance rumor going around. However, instead of this making Melody's position better in the house, this ultimately makes it worse as people are now discussing targeting Melody next round. Clearly, people feel sympathetic towards the nominees and Charlie for what Melody has done to them. Cassandra is one of the people spearheading the target to be Melody going forward. Throughout the evening, Ray tried to campaign in a way that will make others feel emotional for him. On the other hand, Carmen is trying to get votes on Nita because she's one of the most loved players from an audience perspective. Carmen has Cassandra and Telly convinced to vote Nita out. However, some others like Eliza refuse to vote Nita out so soon, obviously because they have a connection from their own season. Night falls and it's finally time for the eviction. During the discussion, Melody and Carmen get into a verbal fight, and even Cassandra backs Carmen up claiming that Melody essentially shook up the game too soon. Eventually, Melody calls out Carmen for trying to act as a victim, and then Carmen calls Melody psychotic. Voting begins, and the results finally come out. In a 9-6 vote, Nita has become the first evicted houseguest of the season. Too many people saw her as a long-term threat socially, so the Queen had to go. See you all for episode 2.
Next time on Big Brother International, after a dramatic eviction result, Melody becomes the house target. However, with many people concerned over Emily's cheating-like behavior in the house, will she turn out to be the true house target? Find out on Saturday's episode.
Nita's final thoughts. Nita knew going in she would be the biggest threat as the only player to have played in 2 seasons in the past. She didn't think her experience on All Stars would end up like this and is very disappointed in Melody. She feels like she didn't do anything actively wrong to go out first, so she's understandably devastated. She's glad she'll be able to head home to see her husband and kids.